Hello, EC Forever here. This is Forever Gaming. Today I'm going to be bringing you my 50 sub special, and today's video is going to be on how to make. I'm going to be doing this on a console, but you could do this on PC as well. So, I just wanted to say, first off, thank you to all my subscribers. I remember when I was at 5 subscribers, and now I'm at 50 subscribers, so I know it's a small landmark, but I'm glad to have reached it. And I just want to say thank you to all my viewers and all my subscribers. I have over 80,000 views and 50 subs, and I just want to say thank you. Okay, so right into the video. The first thing about an adventure map, or did I say adventure map? I did, huh? There's a Hunger Games map. I gotta start all over. Okay, so Hunger Games map. I'm not really going to start all over, but so Hunger Games map. So how to build a Hunger Games map on console or PC. The first thing you're going to have is some kind of rules for the players to read. And you can have the signs out for everyone to read, but I just have the rules here for the host player to read. Because they're real simple. The way we have this Hunger Games map set up, they're real simple. So, just a few rules here, and then you're going to want to have pods. So I have a lever here to open all the pods at the same time. I think I only have 5 here. Let's see. Yeah, I have 5 here. The host pod, and then 5 other pods, 4 other pods. And I have them all set to redstone so that when the host opens the door, it opens all at the same time. And then right here, about equal distance apart from these, is going to be where you stage all your chests with items inside. Okay, now I have this in a big building, but basically the other thing that your adventure map's gonna, oh my god, I keep saying that, Hunger Games map is definitely gonna have to have is a lot of buildings and things to have chests. So just kind of take a look around here. So I was doing this kind of like a Western theme, but I've had a lot of people in here building, so there's some other buildings and stuff don't necessarily go with the theme, but it looks really good. A little town map. Shops here. Areas for people to explore and find items, and ship right here, lighthouse. So you want to have a decent amount of buildings for people to explore and hide in and find items and find each other. Okay, so that's the second thing you're going to have besides your starting area is buildings, places for people to go. So that's number 2. And then the third thing you definitely have to have in a Hunger Games map is some kind of boundaries. Now, maybe on PC, you know, depending on how many players you have, you may not need boundaries, but most of the time you're going to probably want some kind of boundaries. So, this wall is built, I believe, of obsidian, but it's better to use bedrock because it's not able to be moved or broke. But as long as people aren't cheating, then you shouldn't have a problem with that. Another thing about Minecraft is you kind of have to have people that aren't gonna, you know, try to cheat, or you have to have your settings set just right so that nobody can cheat. This particular Hunger Games map isn't gonna be, you're not gonna be able to craft or break any blocks. There's just gonna be all the items available in chests to find, so you just explore and find everything. Okay, so moving on to the other things that you're gonna need to have. Chests. So I'm just talking about them right now. Let's see. I'm sure we got one over here somewhere. Let's look around. That's the thing. You don't want them to be right out in the open. You have to have them somewhere to find them while they're watering. Boat is sinking. Not really. Alright. No chest in there. Let's see. I'm sure there's one in here. There we go. And there's a few items in here. Bow and arrow, some pumpkin pie. So, you're going to want to have chests. And you just want to have a couple items in each chest. You can spread it out a little bit, depending on how many people you plan on having in your server. But make sure there's enough, obviously, for everyone to have a fair amount of items. Alright, now the next thing that I would say you definitely have to have is an enchantment table. I think we have 2 here. Let me see. I know it's around here somewhere. I think it's next to this building right here. Let me just fly out. Maybe that'll make it easier. So you have a decent amount of buildings in the server. Yeah, I think it's this one right here. There you go. Enchantment table. I don't know why there's cats in here. There's another person that helped us. Giga Gibble, I believe, helped us work on this. Had a lot of different people building on this server. Alright, so now I'm going to go over everything one more time, all the things that you're going to have for a Hunger Games map, whether PC or console. I'm doing this on the console just to show that you can do this on the console as well. It's not as easy to have as many people on the server, but if you don't have the option to use PC, you can go on the Minecraft forums and find other players that'll be willing to play in your Hunger Games server. So, if you do want to play on the console, it is possible. Alright, so just a little recap. First thing you want to have is this staging area, a cornucopia. So, you're going to have your host box, then your other, or pod, then your other pods around the main chests for the starting area. Put random items in all the chests, like so. Have a redstone set up, so the redstone set up so that you can switch a switch and have all the doors open at the same time, and I'll show how to do that later on in the video. The next thing you want to have is buildings. Lots and lots of buildings, as you can see. You're going to want to have, third thing, chests with the items so that people can find, swords and armor and different things. You can also put into the Hunger Games server, if you want to have it to where they can build items and stuff, you can do that as well. You have crafting tables and stuff. This particular one is just going to be whatever items you find or what are available to use. Let's see here. I cannot find a chest. Now there's one right around here somewhere. Here's one. So you're going to have random chests throughout the level inside the buildings with stuff in them. So that's the third thing. Alright. Fourth thing you're going to have is some kind of boundaries. Preferably made out of obsidian or bedrock. And in console, this does take a bit. It's better if you have a few people helping you. Like I said before, you can go on to the Minecraft forums and find other people that are willing to play and help build and play on the Hunger Games server and help build it. If you're worried about griefing, you may not want to have, too many random people in your server that you don't know on one that you're actually working on. But obviously, if you're in a Hunger game, you're not going to be saving, so you can just invite whoever. Alright, so, and the last thing you want to have is an enchantment table. I'll put that in here. Enchant the table so that people can find bottles of enchanting and get their levels up and be able to enchant items. And that's about it. That's the main things that you need in order to have a Hunger Games server. Another thing that you can add in, a bonus, is traps. Let me show you a couple traps that I have. I know there's a few around here. Here's one. This is just random trap. It's just a random hole in the ground. If they don't see it, bam, and you're burned. So, there's that one. That's a pretty cruel one because it's just one and you're done. But it's kind of obvious. I mean, if you're walking clearly see there's a hole there. So, that one, and then I have another one, I think, over here. It's by the jungle. Let me see there. There's the jungle. It's behind one of these buildings. Yeah. This little thing here, and obviously you see a chest, and you're like, ooh, chest! Oh! Okay. So I guess that one's pretty cruel too, but you have to be moving pretty quick to not notice it, as you saw me do just there. Wow, this is pretty complicated here. Alright. So that's about it for what you need to have. Now I'm going to show you how to make the staging area, because I think that's probably the most difficult part to make. So let's see here. Let's just start with some stone. Let's actually do, oops, stone and some purple wool. Alright. So we'll do do 15 by 15. Alright, that's it then. Okay, so then once you have all your pistons in place, that's going to create, the box or the pod so they can't get out until you press the button. Now, I did a door system over there, but this is how most Hunger Games maps have done this system, which is a little bit better because if you have it, you can set it to where the player, you can teleport them into it, and then you have it set where they can't break blocks or anything, and they're stuck there, so you can get everyone all rounded up and get the game started before you let anyone loose. So it's really nice to have these set up like this. Now, once you have all your pistons in place, now for the redstone part. This is real simple. We're just going to take some redstone. Actually, we'll do, let's do the repeaters to make sure. Some redstone repeaters. Do there. There. Okay. Run your redstone. You can conceal this if you want. I'm just doing this to show you how to do it. Alright, and then once you have them all connected to each other, instead of button to the host pod, this is going to be my host pod right here, like this. Button on there. Now, as some of you may have seen in another one of my videos, you're going to want to do a constant circuit. So basically, once I press this button, I want to stay on circuit, so that this redstone stays activated and all the pistons stay extended. Because right now, if I press it, they should only come up for a second. So, what I want to do, make one of these circuits. We're literally just going to put one repeater that way, one repeater that way, that's it. And then you're going to connect them to each other and connect that to that wire. And there you go, constant circuit. What I'm going to do is hit that, bam, it keeps everything powered. All of these should be raised up to like oh, we got a problem. Now, as you can see here, the redstone is too weak to send a signal that far. Rather than put a repeater in here that's going to cause a delay, now this guy's going to get out a little bit later than everyone else. What you're going to want to do is just put in one of these guys. So it's powered here. Lock right redstone torch on it. This gets powered. It's not going to power opposite of that. So now it's basically this one off, turns that one on, so that we have power and power all continuous. And it'll be instant, there'll be no delay as if you put a repeater. Now you can put a repeater if you're not worried about there being slight delay and you don't want to put all that complicated redstone in. But if you want it to be perfect, easy way to reset it, just break one of these and put it back in. It's really the only way to do that. You can find another stay on circuit that automatically resets, but I don't know of one at the moment. Alright, there we go. They're all working. Let's see, these ones might not be working. No, this one's not working. So it'd just be the same process with that one as well. Alright, so that's how to build your staging area as far as the redstone goes. And then for the chests and everything, all you're going to want to do is build a little area with some random chest with items in it. I usually do that. The items I'm not going to put in because you can really pick any items you want, but I will show you how to set this part up. So from this point, you're going to want to make everything kind of equal distance apart. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Should be about right. So now it's about the same distance away from everyone. 10 from there, about 10 from there, so 10 from everyone. Chest here, chest there, chest here. Just really wherever you want them. So there's kind of a basic setup. I'll go over here and show you this one. This one I think I did a little bit better. But it really doesn't matter. It's however you want to do it. So yeah, that's my Hunger Games map. And that's my 50 sub special. I appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the subs. Thank you, and please leave a like. Oops, broke my wall. See ya.